Hi there, and welcome to Spirits of Fashion. My name is Ren. I haven't been here in a while, and it's my official return for more YouTube adventures. I have been working hard on my website, trying to get more opportunities to provide content for all of you, but YouTube has always been a part of that, and I want to be more consistent with it. So that's my pledge to you and to myself to have a weekly YouTube content again, and the video will change every other week. Many of you might already know that I do fashion era presentations throughout New England. Been doing them since 2012, and it's still my passion. I work mostly with seniors, whether it's libraries, senior centers, museums, and I'm finding that in addition to the history and the clothing and accessories I bring, which they love, they also love my styling presentations, which deal with older and bolder, not hiding when you get to a certain age. So my every other week video will be focused on being older and bolder and how to do that in the most fun way, mostly with things that you already have in your closet. And because I thrift so often, I'm constantly finding new and exciting statement pieces to bring with me to these events. One of them is called Style for the Golden Years, and the other is Styling with Vintage and Thrifted Finds. So more about how to mix in secondhand fashion and vintage fashion with what you already own. I've even done some color analysis on some folks. So I want to be able to focus on that one week. The opposite week will be something more historical. It could be anything from a specific era that I talk about and show some pieces from my collection from that era. Or I could be talking about a specific designer, or I could even be showing a vintage piece and showing how to style it. So those are my plans. And if you have any preferences to any of those things or have suggestions for videos, please leave that below in the comments. I'm happy to help anyone who needs help with styling, or also to accommodate any interests that you may have and what I can help you with and share with you. Fall is coming. This is my favorite time of year, and it's a little early, at least right now in Vermont. We've had cooler temperatures, so I've dragged out one of my fall mugs, and am enjoying when it starts getting a little cooler, I start drinking, believe it or not, leftover coffee reheated from the morning. I know it sounds horrible, but we make good coffee, so it's still good in the afternoon. And I add half a packet of Land O'Lakes, the special hot chocolates they have. This one is caramel, and then add milk, and it's a fantastic drink. So just a little suggestion for you. I'm going to just go into a few other things besides what I told you about my plans for the next videos coming up. I was noticing in Harper's Bazaar, the September issue was a wonderful picture of a blouse. I'm going to show you. Put my coffee down for you here. Okay, it is this picture right here. And I'm showing you because I love that necklace with that high neck blouse. I have a few of these blouses, vintage blouses from the 80s and early 90s. And that's why I wore the blouse I'm wearing today. And look at the necklace. The necklace has this band. It's just, instead of a chain, it's a solid band. And I just happen to have one that reminds me of this one that I picked up at a new store that opened in our town in Vermont. And it's an antiques and gift store, and I've been waiting since we moved here almost 2 years ago for it to open. When I finally spoke to the gentleman a few months ago, they said they've been trying, but they couldn't get help to help finish the inside. Well, when I finally walked in, I was so pleasantly surprised to see this incredibly beautiful curated shop of antiques and collectibles. Just stunning. And this was in the jewelry case, and I loved it so much. And I was told by one of the owners that not this exact copy, but the same necklace, same design and all of that, was worn by Lisa Kudrow as Phoebe Buffay in Friends. Of course, I had to buy it, and it was a very reasonable price. The cool thing about it is when you turn it around, it's a completely different image. So I am just thrilled with this necklace. I've been wearing it fairly often, and I love how it looks with the high neck blouse. The other thing is the August issue had a few very interesting things. One thing I like to do, especially in the fall, is to look at, not that I'm a big trend follower, I sort of follow my own thing now. I'm of a certain age. I want to wear what I want to wear, but I still love magazines. I still love to see what's coming out. And so often, almost always, has been inspired by some specific fashion era. And so I always look at the magazines and see if I have anything, either vintage or otherwise, that I've thrifted and bought secondhand, and how it reminds me of that particular either outfit or even just one piece. So I did an Instagram post on that, and I wanted to show you which one that was. If I can find it here for you. Let's see. Yes, this particular one. Again, this is the August issue of Harper's Bazaar. I'm going to put a picture up here for you so that you can see how I sort of styled my own using a black and white striped blouse I already had, and then a vintage cardigan over that, and then a vintage brooch and necklace. So that was really fun for me to do. So it's on my Instagram, and I'll show you that picture up here. And the other thing I did was this blouse by Chloe. They're talking about, you know, sort of this romantic boho look. And I'll put the picture up here again. I styled a 50s bed jacket, which is very, very lacy and fluffy, just like this piece right here. And I've had it for a number of years, so I styled that, just put that up in a picture. And like I said, I will show you here. That way you can see. I just love doing that, seeing if I already have something in my closet that could sort of work with what they've been doing here. Another thing I did was a gentleman. I love this picture. And when I saw this, I said to myself, I just thrifted a belt. This is Prada. Mine's not Prada, but it has the same detail. So I'm going to show you that right here. There it is right behind me here. Look at this. I've already worn it at least once. Oops. And it's the same style. And this isn't even real leather, but I think I got it for $2. So really, who cares? And I love styling this with either very casual or even some dressy outfits because it's fabulous. So I was very excited to see that. So I don't know if any of you, let me know in the comments if you like to do that too, to see if you already have things that you've maybe worn for years or haven't worn in a long time and said, you know what, I'm going to see if I can style it like what they showed in the magazine. So that's the fun I've been having this week to start out. There was also another picture of boots. I think it's the first one I pulled here. So this is the picture on the boots that are coming out, all of these very high over-the-knee boots, which I've always loved that look since the 80s. I had a pair of boots I wore to the ground in the 80s. And I found a pair even before I saw this article in the thrift store that my husband manages and I volunteer in. And I got them for $5. They are lovely. They have been barely worn, if at all. And they are a fake suede, but hey, you know, they were inexpensive. And they have this really cool detail on the top and then a zipper here. And you can also fold it over into a cuff, which I like doing too. And it's all fleece inside, so it'll be nice and warm in the fall and winter months. So I was really excited when I bought this, and a day later I saw something similar in the magazine for a lot more money, you know what I mean. And then lastly, this article says Well Adorned, and it's about dresses, you know, like sheath dresses with the floral detail. And I had found this a few months ago in a Goodwill, if you can believe that. And here it is. I'll put another picture up so you can see the whole thing. But here is the piece. It fits beautifully. It has this nice little ribbon going across here. And the whole thing is embroidered. I love it. It's White House Black Market. And I got it for, I don't know, probably about $6. It might have been 10, but hey, this dress is fantastic. So again, seeing sort of what's going on in fashion and finding a real deal. And I got this way before I saw the article. So it's so much fun to do that. And I'll also be doing some Shop Your Closet videos too, along the same lines as this. and just to hopefully inspire all of you. So for all of you, but also my seniors out there, I hope that this resonates with you and that you do not have to be invisible. We need to be bolder in our older age because, frankly, who cares? I always say this to my audiences. Do we really care what people think at this age? That wonderful advanced style with Seth R. Cohen that shows ladies on the street of New York wearing these wonderfully bold outfits. And that inspired me. And I want to be able to inspire you in a similar way by doing your own thing with what you love. And if you can find things secondhand, it's even more of a thrill because it's a treasure hunt. So go out there and have a good time shopping, and I will see you next week with a new video. Bye, everyone.